Hey, and welcome everybody. We are here, we're live, we're ready to rock and roll. So, thank you so much for joining me this evening. I love hosting these masterclasses, it's so much fun. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your time with me. I want to honor you for showing up for yourself. I know it's not always easy to say yes to ourselves, but you have, and for that, I honor you. So I hope you can all hear me and we're all good, ready to rock and roll. So welcome to my masterclass on how to find your passion, live on purpose. And for those of you who just joined us, I can see lots of you guys just jumping on now. Again, I just want to honor you for saying yes to yourself, saying yes to working on yourself. I read a statistic the other day that said 95% of people who do personal development and work on them, only 95% of people don't do anything with the information that they've learned, and it's 5% of people that actually do. So you guys are part of that 5% that are continuously working on yourselves and wanting to be the best version of yourself, and for that I honor you. Like, I'm so grateful to be in your presence. So let's begin by bringing all of our energy together and starting with a little meditation. So when you're ready, just close down your eyes and take a comfortable and take in a big, deep breath in nose and slowly exhaling out through your nose. Take another deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhaling out through your nose. Deep breath in through your nose and exhaling out. Just allow yourself to fully arrive here in this seat. Know that there is nowhere else you need to be right now. Let go of any mean girl or bad boy thoughts. You should have done this. You should have ticked this off your to-do list. You shouldn't have said that. Just let go of your day, your night, wherever you are. And allow yourself to fully and completely be here. Don't be 95% here. Be fully here. And the way that you do that is by being present. Turning off your phone, closing all of the tabs on your computer, and just being fully here. Let go of your day, let go of your thoughts. Let go of the shouldas, wouldas, couldas. And really arrive in this moment. Open your heart, open your mind, and know that if you show up fully, heart and an open mind, get the most out of this experience. But if you show up with expectations, with a closed heart and a closed mind, You won't allow yourself to receive whatever it is that you need to receive tonight. Taking in a deep breath in through your nose. And slowly exhale, letting go of your day through your nose. Exhale, relaxing every part of your entire body. Inhale. And exhale, letting go of any tension in your. Just bringing your hands to prayer at your heart. Inviting you now to set a little intention for yourself. That could be to be present, or to be open, or to master your mean girl or bad boy. Whatever that intention is, set that for yourself right now. Your hands together, cultivating some heat and just balancing the left and right hemisphere of your brain. Placing your hands over your heart. Energy behind your heart space. Know that you can reconnect to that energy. Again, thank you for being here. I am so excited to talk about this topic because this is one of the things that I get asked all the time is how do I find my passion and how do I live on purpose and how do I do this? And it's something that is so common between a lot of people. So I'm really excited to give you my 5 ways that you can do this. But before we dive in, I wanted to say to you, if you stay to the very end of this call, I have a big surprise for you at the very end. But you have to stay to the very, very, very end of this call, and you have to stay present throughout the whole call. I know there's going to be lots of temptations to pick up your phone and things like that, but really practice being present. You will get the most out of this if you really practice being present. So if you stay to the very end, I have a surprise for you, a massive surprise, which you are going to love. So make sure you stay all the way to the very end. So, like I mentioned before, this is one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I find my passion and how do I find my purpose in life? And this is why I decided to do this masterclass on this topic, because I believe we are here to do the things that we are passionate about and to share that with the world. Now, we all have unique gifts, and our role is to share them with the world. Like, that's what we're here for. If you have any more throughout the video that I don't answer throughout the video, please pop them under the video and I'll get to them at the end. And then I'm going to share with you a little surprise at the end of the video class. So the first thing that you need to do to find your passion is master your mean girl or bad boy. Now, this is a given, and I'm not going to dive too much into this because if you know my work really well, you know that I bang on and on and on about mastering your mean girl. It is imperative. If you want to live a life full of passion and purpose, you have got to master that voice inside your head, because she is the one, or he is the one, that is going to say, you can't make money from doing this. You're not smart enough. No one's going to buy it. You're not good enough. So the first step to find finding is to master that voice inside your head, your inner critic. So this is an absolute given. Okay. The second step, stop looking for it outside of yourself. You don't have to go to India or go to a retreat or become a monk in the Himalayas to find your passion. Your passion already exists within you, even if you don't know yet. And you will hopefully know by the end of this master. But you don't have to look outside of yourself to find it. It's all along. But maybe you have pressed it from your childhood, or maybe someone told you that being an artist that you're passionate about, and so you pushed it to the side. And so I really want you to don't have to travel across the world to discover your passion. It's already within you, be in there, and all you have to do is stop out. And we will work on how to do that in a few steps. But really remember this, you don't have to go searching for it outside of you. It's already within you. So the next step number 3, is I want to ask you a question. What would you do for free? Now, this is a really interesting question. So what would you do for free? I want everyone to close down their eyes for a moment. Everyone close your eyes. And I want you to think about anything that you are passionate about. If you don't have anything, find one. Maybe it's cooking, or it's yoga, or it's health, or it's helping people, or it's art, or it's photography. Find one thing that you're passionate about. And I want you to think about, what would you do for free? Is there something that you would potentially do for free? Keep your eyes closed. Keep pondering this. What bubbles up? Okay. You can open your eyes. And if you have anything, hopefully you do, just jot down some ideas. Jot down whatever came to you first. Don't mingle, pipe up and say, you can't make money from that, or you won't be good at that. Just put her to the side for a minute. We're going to actually put her on mute for the rest of the night. So pop her on mute, or him. And I want you to just jot down some things that you could potentially do for free. Okay. Now, number 4 is, let's go back to your childhood. Now, there may be some clues in there. Now, what did you love doing as a kid? What light you up? You know, my husband is I have a great example for you. He has always been obsessed with music. He's been incredibly musically gifted. He's can play any instrument he picks up. He's got a beautiful voice, and music is definitely in his blood. And in his early 20s, that to the side and went and got a real job. And because that's what he was told to do, and his bad boy was like, all right, that's what I've got to do to make a living. He suffered the consequences. He got incredibly unwell and incredibly unhappy because what lit him up. He was denying his truth. And it's only been over the past few years that he's returned back to his music, and he is the happiest he's ever been in his life, because he's doing that thing that really lights him up. So go back to your childhood. Maybe there are some clues in there. Is there anything that you potentially could play around with? Jot down some ideas. Jot down some ideas of what you were passionate about back when you were a child. Just take a moment now and jot down your ideas. We can't disregard what lit us up in the past. Change evolves, but there may be some little nuggets of wisdom back there that we can bring into the present moment. And the fifth thing that I want to talk to you guys about is don't limit yourself to one thing. I am so passionate about loads of things, but some things I'm okay with not making money out of. You know, for example, my husband, again, he is so passionate about cooking, loves cooking. He's an amazing, if you follow me on Snapchat, you'll see he's cooking. He's amazing. But he doesn't want to be a chef. That's not to him. And for me personally, you know, when I first started out 5 or 6 years ago, I was branded under Path to Wellness. For those of you who have been following me for a really long time will know that I first started in the online space under Path to Wellness. But I realized I didn't want to just talk about wellness and health. There's so much more to me than that. And that's when I rebranded under my name. Talk about the three biggest things that I'm passionate about, which is health, wealth, and love. So I have built a brand around my passions. And this is why I love what I do so much, because I have so many things that I'm passionate about, and I get to talk about all of them. Talk about health, I get to talk about wealth, and I get to talk about love. But you don't have to business built around you as a brand and all of your passions. You can be passionate about so many different things, but then have one stream with income. You know, I'll give you an example. My friend Sarah, she owns Matcha Maiden, and that is a matcha green tea powder company. It's an amazing organic green tea powder, and she's passionate about loads of things, but she just decided that she wants to bring out one product, which is matcha green tea. That's it. I've got another friend who owns a cold pressed juice company, Nat from Green Street Juice. She is passionate about a gazillion things, but she just wants to do cold pressed juice. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I want you to think about now, pull out your pen and paper again, and I want you to write down 10 things that you are passionate about. Don't let your mean girl pop up. I just want you to uncensored write down 10 things that you're passionate about. Maybe it's health and wellness. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's being the best mum that you can be, helping others, or empowering women. Maybe it's teaching about self-love, teaching others how to create a heart-centered business. Maybe it's writing or painting or art or music. You know, maybe it's entrepreneurship or creating epic online products and programs, or self-care or self-love or meditation or yoga or movement or Mother Nature. Whatever it is, take a moment now to write down 10 things that you are passionate about. Anything. This can be anything. You can be passionate about, you know, walking in nature. You can be passionate about doing hikes, whatever it is. And if you have more than 10, keep writing them down. Keep getting them out, and just take a moment. I'm going to give you to just do that. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Now, this is an exercise I do in my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program, and we go into such depth. There's a week dedicated to finding your passion and purpose. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a snippet of it now here in this masterclass. But if you want to go even deeper, then my 10-week activation program is really for you. So now that you've got those 10 or more things that you have written down, to go back through each one of them and circle the ones that you could potentially do that you'd like to get paid for. So go through top, and what would you like to get paid for as a living? Like, what would you like to get paid for? Go through each one. And the ones that you don't circle, that, maybe it's yoga, you are passionate about yoga, but you don't necessarily want to be a yoga teacher. Or maybe you're passionate about meditation, but you don't necessarily want to be a meditation teacher. You just like it. Or maybe you're passionate about writing, but you're happy to just keep that you doing with your journal. So take a moment now and go through from top to bottom and circle anything that you would be happy getting paid to do. Take a moment now and do that. Okay, now hopefully you've got maybe 2 or 3, or maybe you've got more, and however many you've got is great. Now, with those things that you have circled, what can you see yourself doing long term? Like, what can you really envision yourself doing, like in 5 years' time? And with those things, I want you to put a star next to them. So put a star next to the things that you could see yourself doing long term. You could see yourself doing, getting paid for it, and doing long term. And if you have 1 or if you have 10, that's great. If you have none, that's fine too. Just stay open. Okay, now I want you to look at the things that you have put a star next to and ask yourself, what would you do for free? If there's only 1, then give that a little tick. If you've got a few, which one of those would you do for free? Try not to judge yourself. Remember your mean girl is on mute. Ones that you would do for free, I want you to put a little tick next to them. Maybe you have 1, maybe you have 5, doesn't really matter, as long as you're doing the exercise. So like I said, this is a little snippet of what I take everyone through in my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program. And it's very in-depth, but I'm just giving you a little snippet of it here. If you want to go any deeper, you can definitely check out the program. So hopefully the one that you have next to a tick is something that you can see yourself doing long term, something that you would do for free, something that you're super passionate about. Now, the reason why I ask you if you would do, because that's how much you've got to love what you do. I love what I do so much, writing books, speaking, and creating epic online products and programs. I love it so much. I would do it for free. Hell, free. I am doing this live masterclass for free. I love sharing. I love helping. I love supporting. These are all things I'm passionate about. And I would do them for free. The place that you get to. So I hope that you've gotten to that place. And that thing that I want you, that you just circled and ticked and put a star next to, that is your passion. And when you let out your passion and when you live it, you are living on purpose. But when you are doing something that is not your truth, that's when life feels tough. When you're doing a job that you're not passionate about, kind of stinks. It's hard. I know there have been a ton that I have done just to make money. And it's so soul destroying. It is so soul destroying. But I didn't realize you could do something that you loved and make money out of it. I didn't realize that was possible until I started following my passions. And I didn't know how this was all going to unfold. I didn't have a crystal ball. All I did was continue to put one foot in front of the other. And don't let your mean girl tell you, oh, you can't make money from this, or how's it going to work, or your partner's going to freak out. Hold on to that passion for a moment. Know that you can live your passion. And when you do, you're living on purpose. Me, my passions are to help women, to inspire women to be the best versions of themselves. I'm so passionate about that. I'm so passionate about writing and speaking and health and wealth and love. And when I combine all my passions, I'm on purpose. And my purpose in life is to inspire women to become wildly well, fabulously healthy, and bursting with love. So when you are living your passion, you are on purpose automatically. And that is the beauty of finding those things that you are passionate about. And when I say finding, I mean you don't have to go out and run to India or go to a retreat. Finding it within you, it's already there. So I want to dive deep now into some questions because we have had a ton of questions. And they're so good that I really think they're going to help a lot of people. And I dive so much deeper into finding your passion and purpose in my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program. So if that's something that you want to continue to within yourself, then you should definitely check that out. But now let's head over to some of the questions. There are so many good ones that I got enough time to go through them all. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start at the very bottom of the questions. There's a ton. Okay, so Monica. Hey Mel, first I would love to know what your first steps were in pursuing your dream career. I have a definite passion for healthy, real food and want to educate others, especially young people, on the need to eat and to nourish their bodies. I'm so interested in the way in which we, the human race, is eating completely wrong, and with the obesity epidemic that is being created by us. And I want to share the need for change, but I feel like because I'm only 19, I can't really do this yet. Why not? Why not do it? It doesn't matter. Age is an illusion, Monica. You can do whatever you want. Also, sometimes I wonder, I have no idea how to pursue a career. Would love any tips. Thanks so much, Mon. Okay, so what were the first steps in pursuing your dream career? It was finding the things that I was passionate about and doing those every day. So I was very passionate about helping people and health and wellness. And so I was writing blog posts and I was running workshops and I was writing for other publications, and I was just getting out there, put one foot in front of the other all the time. I didn't know exactly how it was going to work out or how it was going to unfold, but I just continued to put one foot in front of the other. And if you want your dream career to manifest, you've got to put the action steps into place. It's like I said at the start of the call, you've got to be part of that 5% of people who actually take action, not the 95% of people who go, yeah, I want my dream career and I want to live my passion and live on purpose, but they're not willing to do anything about it. So be one of those people who continues to put one foot in front of the other, and let go of the limiting mean girl belief that you're only 19 and you can't do this. That is the mean girl holding you back, and it's a load of BS. So let that go, Monica. It's time to put that one to bed. And why not start to help people now? Doesn't matter what age you are, just start helping people now. Like you said, it's a mess out there, and we can do so much. Doesn't matter how old you are. So let go of those limiting mean girl beliefs. I hope that helps. Okay, so Charlotte, how do you stay on your path towards your passion when hiccups and difficulties occur? I'm doing a degree in physical activity and health promotion, and I'm dyslexic, so nothing is ever smooth sailing, and I do struggle with assignments and become defeated sometimes about whether I'll get to the finish line. Okay, so Charlotte, you've got a few mean girl limiting beliefs in here and some dialogue that we need to clean up first. Nothing is ever smooth sailing. If you want nothing to ever be smooth sailing, keep saying that and keep saying it and keep saying it. But if you would like things to be smooth sailing, I would be mindful of your dialogue. How do I stay on my path towards my passion? I live it every day. Like I said to Monica, I continue to put one foot in front of the other. And when hiccups and difficulties occur, I always ask myself, what is my lesson in this? How can I grow? Because in every hiccup and in every difficulty, there is an opportunity for growth. Our job is to look for it and take action and not be defeated by it. So I hope that helps. Laura, hi Melissa, I'm so grateful that you're doing another live workshop. They are really insightful and added bonus after finishing your amazing book. Thank you so much. I recently got made redundant after 4 years of being in a job I really didn't like. I took that as a sign of what I already knew. It wasn't my truth. That's it. I'm passionate about opening my own business and having to fight with my mean girl constantly about this. She seems to hate the idea. How do I get past the fear of how will I afford this, second guessing myself and taking on other people's negative feedback? Thanks, lovely. Laura. So, it sounds like your mean girl is very loud right now. And the only way that you can follow your truth and your passion and open your own business, which is what you really want to do, is by mastering that mean girl voice. Of course, she doesn't want you to do it. She doesn't want you to do anything that you're passionate about. She doesn't want you to live your truth, and she definitely doesn't want you to shine. That's the role of the ego, girlfriend. That is what the ego is designed to do, Laura. So we've got to master her. You've read my book. You know how to do this, but put it into action. Don't just read it. Reading it isn't enough. Don't be the 95%. Be the 5%. This is why I created my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program. It's for the people who don't want to be the 95% and want to be the 5%, who want to really take action. You know this now. But knowing it isn't enough. You've got to put it into practice and really master her. Every time that she pops up to tell you that it's a shitty idea, that's when you master her. Practice that. Practice, practice, practice. Master your mean girl every single day. I hope that helps. Okay, so Renee says, hi Mel, thanks for sharing your love and light. I'm fast approaching 40 and still trying to find my passion and purpose. I'm a multi-passionate and struggle to narrow down or find a way to combine some of them to keep me inspired. Maybe my mean girl is at play, question mark. Yes, she is. I would love to hear your thoughts on multi-passions and finding your purpose. Like I said before, honey, I'm multi-passionate. I am passionate about a gazillion things. And I've created a brand where I can express all of them. I'm not saying you have to do that, but there, hopefully after doing that exercise that we just did before, you have uncovered some things that you're passionate about. And maybe you can start to play around with them. Play around with them. You know, you said you're multi-passionate, so you know what you're passionate about, but you struggle to narrow it down. Maybe it's your mean girl. So play around with those things that you're passionate about. Do that exercise again. Maybe check out my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program. I think you would get a lot out of it. Hope that helps. Okay. Carly, this is a long question. One of the biggest things I've become aware of lately is that I'm afraid of being happy. I'm afraid to let myself feel good. I'm afraid to live my dream life. A couple of years ago, I found myself facing some of my biggest fears head on, but I became so good at facing fears and feeling the fear that it's like it became my constant state. I hope this makes sense. I was defeated back to fear and would be afraid of anything that made me feel good, happy, and now I have realized that that is what's stopping me from shooting forward in my dream life. It's like I've needed fear to give me something to run from. Yes, I can absolutely relate. So what your mean girl does is wants to keep you stuck in fear town. And there's a beautiful Marianne Williamson quote that says, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is not our darkness that scares us most. It is our light. I probably butchered that quote, but it goes something along those lines. And this sounds like it's the case for you. It's not your fears that you're most afraid of. It's actually your light that you are really afraid of. And of course, it's your mean girl. But it's time. It's time to let out that beautiful essence of who you truly are, Carly. It's time to master that mean girl and let it out. Don't let your mean girl stop you any longer. It's time. I hope that helps. Okay, so Julie, hi Melissa. I want to first tell you I'm so inspired by you. Thank you. I've been working 2 jobs and today I quit one of them. The job wasn't something I was passionate about and working there gave me serious stress and anxiety. My husband wasn't happy with me quitting or for financial reasons. I'm not sure how to handle this situation. I'm trying to better myself by finding work that I love to do, but my husband isn't supportive because he's scared about our finances. How do I go after my passions when my husband thinks I'm being irresponsible? This is a really good question, and I'm so glad you brought it up. Thank you so much, because I know there's a lot of people that would be in a similar situation to you who don't have a supportive spouse or parents or something like that. So what I would do in that situation is I would sit my husband down and I would open my heart and I would speak from there. And I would say to him how much I love him and how I feel like my role here on earth is to do something that I love. And I don't want to do something that is stressful and gives me anxiety. I have a message or a mission or a purpose to share with the world, and I really want to do that. And I would absolutely love your support and know that we will be okay. And you don't have to stress. And I would just open that big, beautiful heart of yours, and I would just speak from there and see what happens. Because having the support of your husband or your partner is so powerful. It's so, so powerful. So sit him down, open that big, beautiful heart of yours, and speak from there. And let me know how you go. Okay, so Kim, I'd love to hear your thoughts on knowing where your passion lies, but being unsure about pursuing opportunities around that. I guess I mean working out what is fear-based decisions and what is an authentic decision. I tend to get caught up in the headspace. Am I taking the easy option by saying no or yes to X, Y, and Z? So mean girl talk versus intuitive talk, in other words. Okay, so one makes you contract and one makes you expand. When it's your intuition, it makes you expand. When it is your main goal, it makes you contract. So next time you are trying to make a decision, tune in and ask yourself, am I expanding right now or am I contracting? And you will find your answer. Tara, hi Melissa. I just wanted to ask about moving through money mentality around getting paid for work you love. This is a goodie. I have a few interests I'd love to pursue as a career, such as a blog, meditation class, event planner, but I'd always get my own way about others. I always get in my own way about others not valuing what I have to offer and being able to create an income. I also block myself from actually getting started out of fear that I won't be able to do a good enough job. Excuse me, let me just take a sip of water. So there's a couple of things here, Tara. We've got to master that mean girl, that I'm not good enough. We've got to master that. And the I'm not good enough to get paid. I'm not good enough to do this work. Stop worrying about whether other people value you and make sure you value you first. Let go of the need to people please and let go of the searching for outside acceptance and approval, and make sure you value yourself. The world needs you and your beautiful gifts. We do. We need more of these light workers. We need more. So please let go of the mean girl blocks and start to live what you truly want to do. You've already got your passions. You know what you're passionate about. The blog, the meditation classes, event planning. You've just got to master your mean girl. If you haven't read my book, go read my book and do my program, because I think you will get a lot out of it. Okay, Lily, I'm so excited for your online workshop. You're amazing. Thank you. My question is, how do you know the difference between your passion and purpose and what others want your passion and purpose to be? I get told all the time that I should be doing this, or doing that. How do I so many friends who went to university because they should and ended up doing nothing with the degree and wasting time. I mean, everything's perfect, but at the end of the day, they did things that they didn't want to do because they thought they should. So what do you want to do? What lights you up? We just discovered this at the start of this class. So always do what lights you up. I mean, happened to my husband. He already knew what he was passionate about and what his purpose in life was, but he got told that he should go and get a real job to provide, and ended up with serious consequences. He ended up in hospital sick, really, really sick, with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, and he was bedridden and he couldn't work for 3 years. And he had a whole host of health issues that he's working on now, years later, because that's what happens when you deny your truth. It manifests deep within you and it's got to come out some way. So let go of the shoulding and follow what's true for you. I hope that helps. Okay, Monica, I'm really excited to join your live workshop. I'm 21 and definitely have not identified my life's purpose yet. I'm constantly thinking about how badly I need to find it, to the point where I get really stressed because I don't know what I want to do with my life. People tell me that I need to go and have lots of experience to find my purpose. Do you think this is true? I feel like it is easier said than done. I have no clues how to get these experiences and what they might look like. Okay, well, hopefully from the start of this call, you may have discovered some things that you're passionate about, and maybe reading my book and doing Mastering Omingo, a 10-week activation program is great for you. It's an amazing experience, and I would highly recommend it. But like I said before, you don't have to go out searching for it. It's deep within you, but you can explore different things that light you up. I think that's a great thing. Things that light you up and that you're passionate about, explore all of them. And if you don't know, that's cool too. I didn't know at 21. I had no idea. I was a professional dancer at 21. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I just was in the moment. I just was a dancer. It wasn't until I was 24, I ended up in hospital. And I had to sort my health and my life out. And I realized, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? And that's when it all kind of unfolded for me. And if you've read my book, you'll know this story very well. So for me, it wasn't about waking up and just going one day, oh, this is my purpose. I want to help women. No. I started with my passions. I started when I was 24, doing the things that I was passionate about: health, wellness, yoga, speaking, cooking, educating. I started doing all of that. And I kept on putting one foot in front of the other. And it's led me to where I am today. But that's really important. Play around and don't take it too seriously. Don't get so stressed over it. You're 21. Like, I was partying my ass off and dancing at the Moulin Rouge at that age. And it's okay. Everything's always unfolding the way it's supposed to, but please don't stress yourself out about it. Just have fun in the process. Okay, Daniela. Apart from finding your purpose, a feat in itself, the question I would love insight on is securing financial stability for your purpose. Okay, so this is something that I dive deep into my activation program. First, we've got to find those things that you would do for free. That's the first place to start. And then we uncover how we can make financial benefit out of this. That's where you've got to kind of explore, or, whether you're passionate about being a yoga teacher, it's like, okay, well, how can I make money out of this? Do I start approaching different schools or whatever it is? But you can absolutely make money from the things that you're passionate and purposeful about. You just have to open your mind, open your awareness, get creative, and make your own rules. There's no rules. Make your own rules. I hope that helps. Okay. Okay, so Charlotte has a few more questions. Okay. It took me a couple of years of trying and failing courses and working in a cafe for a couple of years before I found my passion, which is helping people to live a healthier life, both physically and mentally, which made me study a degree in physical activity and health promotion, which I love. My question is for a friend. She has no clue what she wants to do for a career. She has brainstormed with what she's good at and she loves to do, but there hasn't been an aha moment where she's realized what her passion is. I'd love her to unleash her passion and create the life she desires. Well, hopefully she's listening to this talk and gets a lot out of this talk. But again, maybe she could, take herself through those steps that we did at the start of the night. I think she'd get a lot out of that. Okay, so I'm just going to see if there's any. Oh my goodness. There's heaps more questions. They've all just come bombarded in. Okay. So Ariane says, how do I know what I'm passionate about? I have lots of passions. I'm a creative person, so I love graphic design, writing, singing. So you can either do what I said before, which is do what I have done and create a brand where you incorporate all of your passions, or you stick to being a graphic designer and then living your writing and your singing passion out in your own time, and you don't necessarily get paid to do that. So that's one thing you could do, or you could create a brand where you are a writing graphic designer who sings. There's no rules. There is no rules. You create. Nicole, a question about my program. Do both packages come with 3 live masterminds? Yes, come with me online. So it's all online. Okay, Olivia. Hi, Melissa. I love you. Oh, that's nice. I love you too. I was just wondering, I have been looking in coach or a naturopath, but I've been hearing lately about how living at the beginning. You are living on, okay, what? All right, hang on. This doesn't make sense. How do you move through that fear that it will be tough until you really get going and establish a proper business? As I always want to live abundantly and have the money for what is true for me, perhaps you could share how you've made your living at the beginning when you were just starting out as a coach. Finally, maybe you could give me a tip on how to choose between life coach and naturopath. Oh, no way, Olivia. I can't tell you whether to be a life coach or a naturopath. No way in the world. You have to do that yourself. I don't know. But I can tell you what I did in the beginning. But first, I want you to be mindful of all of the mean girl things that you are running in your head, that it's tough. You can't make money from it at the start, that you've got to hustle. Be mindful of all of those things, Olivia, that you are telling yourself on a daily basis. Because if you tell yourself that it'll be tough and you won't make money from it, it'll be tough and you won't make money from it. So be really mindful of your dialogue. Please be really mindful of it. That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing is, when I first started, I had crossover jobs. So whilst I was starting my business, I was still nannying, and I was still doing the odd promo job and working in admin, doing jobs that I really didn't like because I was still needing to pay my rent. So I did those unfulfilling jobs. I had crossover jobs until it got to a point where I made that leap and the net appeared. I know that sounds so cheesy, but it's true. I made the leap, and then all the clients started to flood in because I created space for them to flood in. So you can go cold turkey and just totally dive headfirst into being a coach or a naturopath, or you can have crossover jobs. Whatever feels good for you, do that. Hope that helps. Okay, Sabina. I'm just about to start my final semester at university. I've been doing a degree, which honestly I chose because it was the safe option and I had the opportunity to do it, which most people don't get. Lately, it has been completely soul destroying. I've been very ill, both physically and mentally, and I know it's because I'm not on my life path yet. I don't want to change degrees because I'm so close to done that I don't want to have to start all over again. But I would love to know any tips and tricks to help me accept it, move on, and lift my spirit more. How to include more of my passion and worry less about my uni marks, because at the end of the day, it's okay. That's exactly right, Sabina. At the end of the day, it is okay. And I love how honest you are here. You know, you're totally honest about doing a degree that's totally, completely soul destroying, but you're not willing to, you don't want to stop. You want to see it out. So that's an amazing step that you've got to. So there's a few things that you can do here. Actually, there's only two. So you can either quit or find the love in it. Find the love and gratitude in it. Be grateful for what you're learning. Be grateful that you have a car to drive you to uni. Be grateful that you can afford pens and paper and books to write. Be grateful for the teacher. Be grateful for the lecturer. Be grateful for, you know, whatever it is. I would start with gratitude so that you're not sticking pins in your eyes for the rest of your degree, because that will be pretty painful. So if you want to accept it and move on and lift your spirit, find the love in it, find the gratitude in it. That's the best way you can, best thing that you can do. And start to create your exit strategy. What are you going to do after it? Start to think about what you're going to do after, you know, what's next for you. And absolutely worry less about your uni marks, because at the end of the day, it's okay. I love that. Okay, Laura. Thank you for this great workshop. I love your ideas about finding your purpose. But when I think about it, there is always one question arising. Can the world function if everyone followed his passion? Are there enough persons passionate about being, excuse me, my throat is killing me again. Are there enough people out there who are passionate about being a plumber or a secretary? I don't want to offend anyone, as I think those jobs are really people's passion, but are there enough people being passionate about normal jobs which have to be done? I'm really curious about your answer. I know some people who are so freaking passionate about being a plumber, so passionate about conditioning mechanic, so passionate about being a lawyer, a banker, a doctor. Not that I'm not saying there's anything wrong with these things, but I know people who are so passionate about these things. And I absolutely agree that there are enough people doing what they are passionate about. The thing is, I just feel like everyone is here to do what they love. I feel like it's not reserved for some people or special people. You know, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, didn't give out any more specialness over here to this group of people. We're all here to do what we're passionate about and to share that with the world. It's not reserved for other people or someone else. So absolutely, there is enough people out there, I think, that love their jobs. And there's people there that loathe their jobs. And I just think, which group do you want to be in? That's the real thing that we need to ask here. Laura, which one do you want to be in? Hope that helps. Okay, so Nick, I'm currently stuck in a job that has made me constantly feel negative. Even if I try to be positive, it's a constant battle with everyone else's negativity, and I'm wanting a change. My passion is to help people and show them that love is better than fear. However, my mean girl is always in the back of my mind telling me I'm not good enough. What I would love to know, is there anything in particular that you studied to help you achieve your passion? Thank you again for showing me how to master my mean girl. You're so welcome. Talking my language. So it sounds like you need to master your mean girl a little bit more here, and maybe you can read my book and do my program. I think that would really be beneficial for you. But in the meantime, there's lots of things that I've studied. I've studied health and life coaching, holistic nutrition and meditation, yoga, acuenergetics. I've studied so many different things, but nothing is more powerful than what I call life university. I've got my biggest lessons and my biggest growth through doing life. That's where I've got the biggest growth. So I hope that helps. Okay. Hey, Mel, this is from Katie. I'm gaining so much from these workshops. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What are your thoughts on taking a job you know you don't love in order to earn enough to be able to train to do what you love? I'm 31 and my life has suddenly become a blank canvas after the end of a relationship, leaving a job and moving countries. I can see this as a gift to be able to start over and redesign my dream life, but it is also terrifying. I'm sure my passion involves educating others on eating for optimal health, but gaining qualifications in this area is super expensive and takes years. I need to work full time in order to live, but changing into a completely new career with no previous experience or qualification seems impossible. I'd love your advice. Thank you so much. So, we need you, absolutely. Educating others on eating for optimal health. You know, there's so many people out there that really do need your help, Katie. So please follow that. Again, be mindful of your mean girl dialogue, that it's going to be expensive and takes years. Why does it have to be expensive and why does it have to take years? I don't know. But I also think, coming back to what I was saying before, is if you want to do something that's going to, you know, and a job that is going to give you the funds to do what you love, then that's great, do it. But find the love in it. Find the joy and the gratitude in it. Otherwise, it's going to be like sticking pins in your eyes, and that is not going to be fun. So if you're doing a job that you don't necessarily love, find the joy, the love, and the gratitude in it. That is the best way that you will feel grateful and turn it around. And then work on your plan. Like, work on the plan, like, get your experience. I mean, I studied at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition, and you can look into them. They're amazing. Their course is a year long and it's amazing. I think you would really love it. So I hope that helps. Okay. Beck, I was just about to ask if you think you can have multiple passions and purposes, but then I came in late and I think you've already answered that, so I won't waste your time. But would you mind sharing the task that I missed earlier? Okay, yes, you can rewatch this video, Beck, so it's all good. Hey Mel, this is from Haley. I just want to say how much I appreciate the work you do in the world. Thank you, that's really nice. How do you feel about manifesting your purpose as your business life path has expanded? I bet it felt like nothing you had ever felt before. I've also sent you an email. I would love for you to read it. You really are the goddess leader in my life. Thanks, that's so beautiful. So your question is, how did you feel manifesting your purpose as your business life path has expanded? I mean, I'm constantly manifesting different things in my life. And it's always going to continue to evolve, and it feels great. It feels nice. But I'm not attached as well. I let go of the attachment. And, you know, I really do look at life as a blank canvas, and I can paint and put whatever I want on it, and so can you. And the only thing that's stopping you from living your passion and purpose and doing what you love is your mean girl. It's the biggest thing that's stopping you, which is why my activation program is so powerful, and why I'm so passionate about it. It's because it's really important. Your mean girl is the biggest thing that's going to stop you from doing what you love, from finding your passion and living on purpose. So Annie has a question. Let me just take a sip. Hey, Melissa. Thank you for all your help and your book. And I'm doing the TAM, which has helped me find my passion. And sometimes I get really inspired. Oh, the page just reloaded, sorry. Help me find my passion. Sometimes I get really inspired and motivated and start taking steps towards it, but then I just lose motivation. How to keep myself motivated and constantly keep working towards my goals. Okay. I don't always feel bursting with motivation. Absolutely not. Especially around my moon cycle. My moon cycle, or I rest and restore and have baths. When you have a big enough purpose, that ends up driving you. My purpose is to empower women to become wildly wealthy, fabulously healthy, and bursting with love. That lights me up so much that even on those days that I don't feel entirely motivated, that's still in the back of my mind and will still push me. That's still one foot in front of the other. And some days I put 10 feet in front of the other. And some days I only put half a foot. But as long as your purpose is so strong, you'll always keep putting one foot in front of the other. So I hope that helps. Okay. Rebecca, you're such an inspiration to me. I'm super passionate about web design and digital marketing and have sat on the idea of my own business. I really want to help other ladies get a kick-ass website to grow their own business. I would love to make it a full-time job, but I always seem to undercharge for my services. I know my work is worth the value, but how can I make that? I doubt myself that I can make it. How can I push past that? It's not about making other people see that you're worth it. It's about you owning your worth. It's about you mastering your mean girl and dialing up your worthyometer. If you haven't read my book or done my program, I'd highly recommend it. Because when I first started, I charged very differently to what I charge now, and that's growth and confidence and worthiness and also experience. But the best thing that you can do right now is master your mean girl and dial up your worthyometer. That is the best thing you can do. Okay. Okay. Hey, Melissa, just a question about your 10-week plan up. However, I'm going to sign up and start the program when I get back, or do you have to start straight away? Oh no, babe, you can do it whenever. It's you don't have to start straight away. You can do it whenever, and you've got lifetime access, so it's all good. You can start whenever. Okay. Hi, Melissa. I'm very passionate about everything art and design. I'm 17 and have moved away from my family to live by myself and study a creative course at uni. Before moving, I was missions left, right, and center and loved waking up every morning. I'm receiving top marks for my uni work, but something isn't right. I'm struggling. I have to turn back paid commissions to study, all as though I'm destroying my happiness. But the university degree supposedly means I get paid good money for being creative at the end of the 3 years. To stay or to leave? Oh, Emily, I can't answer that for you. But why can't you do both? I know you said you have to turn down the paid work to do your uni work, but can't you just create some more space in your life? Maybe, I don't know if you watch TV, stop watching TV. I don't know if you want to not go out on a Friday night. I don't know. I don't know what you do, but find some more space so you can do those commissions, because those commissions seem like they really light you up. Light you up, keep doing them. Okay, Sophia. I have had many passions, but I've had to brush them under the carpet because they now seem impossible. I have now rediscovered some of my passions, but they are so hard to achieve and no one around me supports them. And when I do tell others I want to do, they don't understand how much it means to me. I recently faced a letdown in my passions as what I wanted to study wasn't available for me to study. How do I move on from this so that I can view my passions as something that is possible? I'm scared that if I don't achieve them, I'll end up regretting everything and having an unhealthy, miserable life doing what I hate. I also have a fear of telling people what my dreams and passions are, as I know they will judge me, as I've kept them to myself all my life until now, when I've started to finally tell people. How do I get over the fear and find ways to achieve my dreams? Sophia, you need to master your inner mean girl. You need to master your mean girl. That's the first step you need to do, because when you do, you will no longer care what other people think and you will do it anyway. So please definitely muster your mean girl. It's the first place to start. Activation program. You are going to love it, love it, love it. So I'm just going to check to see if there's any more questions. Nope, there's not. Okay, great. So let me just grab my other window. So I hope that has answered a lot of your questions, and I hope that you have uncovered some things that you're passionate about and really got the steps that you need to put into place to live your passion and to really make that your driving force and to action. So before we wrap up, I just want to recap those 5 points on how to find your passion. And you can rewatch this video whenever. It'll be living right here on this site. So you can come back to it whenever you want. So how do I find my passion? You've got to master your mean girl first. You've got to stop looking outside of yourself. Ask yourself, what's the one thing you would do for free? Go back to your childhood and don't limit yourself to one thing. You can be multi-passionate. There is no rules. Break the rules. Make your own rules. And then follow those. Do what lights you up. There is no rules here. This is all about what lights you up. So, and because you guys have stayed all the way to the end, and I told you that I have a special, special surprise for you guys if you stayed all the way to the end, I want to gift you something very, very beautiful. And it is a further 10% off my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program or my Mastering Your Mean Girl meditations. So you already get 25% off if you sign up. So it closes tomorrow night at midnight and you already get 25% off. I want to gift you for the next hour. So it's 8:15 to 9:15, you get a further 10% off, because the reason being is you guys are part of the 5% of people who are really deeply committed to working on themselves. And I want to support you and I want to honor you for that. And the way that I can best do that is by gifting you an extra 10% off. So I teach all of this about passion and purpose and loads more in my program. And I want you to go a lot deeper and I want you to start putting this into action. So this is really exciting. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to this page. Under this video, you will see I'm just about to update this page. Once you refresh this page, under that it says click here for the special offer. So you that special type in passion in the cart and you get a further 10% off. But this is only available from 8:15 to 8:15 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. So for the next hour, you can get an extra 10% off my Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program or my Mastering Your Mean Girl meditations. This is the best way that I can support you even further, that I can support you in finding those things that you're passionate and purpose all about and life. So all you have to do is refresh this page and you can get this little special offer. So before we go, thank you again much for being here, for giving me your time, for honoring yourself, and for showing up. I know that it's not always easy, and I'm so grateful that we got to chat about passion and purpose tonight. And if you have any other questions, just pop them under this video, or you can come back and rewatch this video whenever you want. You can share this with your friends, but this offer is only available for the next hour. So make sure you jump on board now to get that further 10% off. Let's start living our passion and sharing that with the world, because I believe that's what we're really here to do, is to find those things that we're passionate about, let them out, and to share them with the world. We all have a unique, special gifts that we need to let out, and it's our job to do it. So thank you so much for being here. Make sure you click the special offer under this video and type in passion in caps, all caps, and you get a further 10% off. So passion, all in caps. Click the little link below this video, and thank you again so much for being here. I am so grateful, and I can't wait to see you inside the Mastering Your Mean Girl 10-week activation program. There are so many incredible women in there. Talk about supportive, inspiring, like-minded women. Holy smokes, this is the place to be. So I love you. I honor you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. Have a beautiful day, night, wherever you are. I love you.